What is this? They said it was going to be sunny today. I think I'll take a rain check here. Oh, careful. Alex make a lightning. Heavy metal thunder. Racing with the wind.
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast where we're talking sequels, and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching, and the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been better. Hope you enjoyed last week's interview with one of the stars of this movie, Nicole, actress Melody Kay. We talked about her being in this, Gabby Nowicki, and Kim Nowhere, then some other roles she had, and then she said, you know what? Put this on the back burner and I'm going to be a mom. She did that. And then now she has a new film that just came out this year. It was in the theaters earlier in the year. The VOD is on hold, but I'll put the link in the episode notes. It's called Round the Decay. And then also go back and listen to her interview if you haven't heard it yet. She was a lot of fun. It was cool to hear that experience of being in a movie like Camp Nowhere and how it didn't do good financially, but it's like this movie that became this cult classic, just like this week's sequel, Neverending Story 3. It is a damn shame that this movie didn't have like a wide release, and the people that have the rights to this movie are kind of holding it up. So that's why we had to watch some like weird version on YouTube that had sometimes there was silence. And I heard some wild stories that there's a version of this movie, I couldn't find it, that Bugs Bunny runs into the Miramax logo and knocks it over. And it was something that I don't know why they had it in the movie. I couldn't find much on it, but it was something that was left in. But I can't say anything more about that or the amazing Jim Henson puppets we were introduced you to without introducing you to my partner in this sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm okay, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm a lot better. This is, you know what's wild about this movie that I think that's crazy is somehow this movie like there's some movies we've seen that had like distribution issues, or like Grizzly 2 took a while because they had to put stuff together, but like this movie is not a bad movie. And you see, if we saw this movie when it came out, you'd say Jack Black is going to be someone.
Wait a second. Let's just rewind for a second. So this is not a bad movie in your eyes.
I don't think this is a bad movie.
You seem very excited to talk about this movie.
Very excited.
I felt like this was the never-ending movie.
Wow.
This movie. Oh my gosh! I don't remember the second one. I really don't remember much of the first one, obviously. But I know more about the first one than the second one. Mm-hmm. But this movie, I mean, first of all, I think part of what was great about the original movie is the world they go to.
Yeah.
They pull a Bill and Ted's and they do our world with the characters, which, by the way, the characters look nothing like any of the previous movies at all.
Well, you know why? Which is kind of like, I know what you're saying because you're used to the first two movies and the way everybody looked. They had like in a quote unquote like glow up because Jim Henson, Creature Shop, made all of the ones in this movie. That's why like when I saw that in the beginning, I was like, oh, maybe this will be one of those. They did do something with it, but it's not fully their thing. But when you saw like the rabbit bit the whole time, I'm like, wow, this is really Jim Henson's.
It is, but at the same time, they took away like Falkor to me.
Okay, wait, okay. Can you tell me how did Falkor sound in the first two movies?
I thought, and I don't remember. First of all, I feel like this is definitely not the same kid that was in the first movie.
No, that kid. What's his name? The guy.
He was like
Jonathan Brandis. No, this is the kid from Free Willy. We just covered Free Willy.
No, I agree that. Okay, so you have different kids in this movie. I don't think it's the same princess because I've been trying to get the other princess from part 2. I've been sending her messages on Instagram left and right, and she's ignoring it. So this is not her. So they have a different princess in this movie. I feel like it's a different Falkor in this movie because
that's what I mean. I hope the voice. Okay. This voice sounds like he got kicked by a mule.
He sounds like the Cowardly Lion the whole movie.
Like, my back.
Okay, if I remember correctly, Falkor was like wisdom, like in the first movie. I don't know about the second movie. He was like this. And first of all, he was much bigger. I mean, he looked like a skin. He looked like he hasn't eaten in about like 2 months, like a stray dog.
Yeah,
like he literally looked like a stray dog.
Here, let me play a clip of the audio so the audience can hear.
Absolutely, the last time I'm flying.
He complains a lot, right? He complains about his back.
He sounds like the Cowardly Lion.
Falcor, land!
Land.
Okay.
I
Oh my
can't
gosh.
land down there. I need
See?
a runway.
Come on, you can land.
Oh, put him up,
Like
put him
dragon.
up.
A luck dragon, huh? If I
Oh
was a
my
luck
God, okay.
dragon, I'd be halfway to Vegas by now.
Okay, let's.
I mean,
okay, you can say what you want about Falcor.
Okay,
but we can
okay.
talk about Barky as like who thought. And again, I don't remember the first two movies at all.
Wait. Who's Barky again?
Barky's the tree, the talking tree.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like a Catskill comedian that just said the line.
He sounds like Dennis
"Oh,
Leary. He sounds like Dennis
If I was a
Leary.
luck dragon, I'd be halfway to Vegas right now.
Okay.
Pretty
And
good.
what's
That was
with the
pretty
rock-
good.
the-
That was pretty good, Barky.
Well, if you say so.
All right.
But and then you have the Rock. Okay, the whole
my-
Rock. Okay. They reminded me. I felt like I was watching the dinosaur sitcom.
Yes, it was, dude, and they were like beating the shit out of each other, right?
Yeah, but like the female Rock didn't even sound like a woman. Sounded like like the way the man. But like the set piece and the way the baby was and the way like they interacted reminded me of the sitcom of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
like it would. I almost feel like they used the same set.
Which Henson
Like-
worked on, so it could
Okay,
be
well,
that.
it makes
influence on
sense.
it.
But was it when I was the Rock guy or the Rock monster in the other movies too? Right?
I don't remember. I should have watched the other ones. So this is the only one I've seen. I've seen this 3 times now.
Oh my god! Wait, you never saw the first one?
I've seen it. Again, I've seen
Oh, okay.
I've seen it,
Okay.
but I don't remember. I remember Jonathan Brandis flying on Falcor. I remember the princess, but I don't remember.
I want to say the Rock monster is in the first one, and it's a much bigger presence. And again, different kind of voice.
Wait, you're telling me he isn't lazy and watching rock music videos, but they're cartoons?
Okay. So I think that is one of the biggest problems in this whole movie.
Really?
Because if I remember correctly, the Neverending Story is about like trying to get kids to read, right? It's about reading a book, reading a story. And the second scene, you have the Neverending Story Land or Fantasia or whatever it's called with TVs.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
when you-
so the first two movies, or the first movie, do they interact with Earth at all?
No, I don't. I think they. Well, I don't know if they're. I mean, this obviously the connection between the kid and Fantasia. I don't remember. Again, I don't remember it, but I don't think not the interaction like they have in this one. I mean, this is like pure interaction.
Yeah.
You know,
And
in
the
this movie.
Halloween thing's a great writing, right? Like, how do you get them into this world? And it's like, oh, we'll just pretend they're in a Halloween. It's Halloween. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So let's pull an ET. They literally pulled an ET. You know, I just think they miniaturized the characters. And again, I don't remember, but I'm gonna guess the Rock monster was much bigger. And
Well, the baby was
Tree
huge.
monster-
Remember, the baby was huge. Junior is
he wasn't
huge.
okay. He wasn't that huge. He fit in his
was
bedroom.
bigger than I know that, but I'm saying the
no, I
dad
know.
was. That's what made no
I
sense.
don't-
The proportions were so off because when we saw the baby watching the music video, it was in front of the dad, looked big, and then when the baby ran out of the house, it got smaller and it climbed up its nose.
That's what I'm saying. This movie. Okay, first of all, what's the plot of this movie? What's the plot?
Well, again, it's all about keeping the nasties away from having the never-ending story. But why would the librarian leave it out if this can happen?
Okay. That's number one. Like he says, you can't leave it. Why is it not locked up? Like it's literally anybody could have because he had it on the shelf with regular books. Like it wasn't in a special case. It wasn't. But if the movie is about the nasties, the kid randomly picked that book up. So the story.
Who randomly?
like
Jack Black randomly picked it up, or Bastian knows about the book.
Okay.
He knew
First
the
of all-
librarian, and then
No,
he didn't
no.
recognize him right away, which was weird. He knew him, but
Okay. All right. We just covered 3 things that don't make sense. Number one, the name Bastian is like the worst name I think I've ever
Wait,
heard.
you mean
in a movie.
Bastian Baltazar? And then I forget what his last name is.
Okay, but Bastion, there's no way that's a real name.
I know.
Tell me another Bastion.
I've never met another Bastion.
Okay. So this kid moved with his dad to another town, yet the librarian that he knows is in the same town, from the same town that he moved from, is also in this town.
He's following him.
Okay, that makes no sense. That's first of all.
Yeah.
And no, he knew about the book, but he didn't realize that the book was going to be there because he's in a new town.
Yeah.
So he randomly grabbed that book. So if this movie's about the nasties, is it like was this like their intuition to make him find the book? Or again, it seemed like it was very random that he found the book, which then the story is really him just running away from Jack Black.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no plot. Like there's really no plot. And isn't this movie called Escape from Fantasialand or something like that?
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's called Escape from.
Shouldn't it be Escape from the United States because that's where the whole movie takes place?
Yeah, I know.
And they're trying to go back.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
that's
Right.
nuts. And for the librarian again, just how you mentioned it, like he owned a bookstore, I guess, in Bastion's hometown. Now he's a librarian. And what does he do when he's not at work? He's looking at books in the mall.
Well, I mean, that's his life.
That's your life, dude.
But if Bastion is moving to another town, wouldn't you assume it's not like the next town over? Like, I mean, like they probably went another state. Like they probably moved far away. It wasn't around the corner. The fact that the librarian is there is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. But so now so he's getting chased like right away. He gets chased. And another thing, Peter Wolf does his score, and Jim Henson puppet. So it's crazy that like you have names attached to this, and it just for some reason didn't get distribution in the States
because the movie stinks. And I will agree with a statement you made earlier that I do think Jack Black did a great job.
Oh, dude.
Like I think like he should have played a bad guy more often. I think he did a great job. I mean, I don't know now, was the unibrow part of Jim Henson's props, or is that his real unibrow? Or is that his real, like, was that like how he started?
To make him be nasty.
I don't know. Was that, but do you think that was real?
Oh, I hope not.
I mean, I'm like did he make a lot of moves?
Like, I'm going to show it. I'm going to show up the audition with a unibrow. I don't know if he was doing auditions in unibrows.
Did he do anything before this? He didn't
have a unibrow when he was like in that, he was in that Pitfall commercial when he was like a teen.
Oh, because he was still going through puberty. He didn't grow with the eyebrows yet.
His eyebrow didn't come in yet. But
I mean,
but his line reading was really good because you got to think like it's kind of a crazy role because he goes from being a bully and then he's kind of like being like when he's reading, he's like getting upbeat, or even when he runs into our buddy Mark Atchison, who we interviewed last year, who was an elf and a ton of other things. It was cool to see him as the janitor in this movie. And how he starts like kissing his ass. So it was like these really cool tone changes for like a young actor. And I'm like, you could see this guy be like that. Like get into
100%. I think he did. I think he did good. Like I said, he fit the part well. I think the other characters were just way over the top.
Yeah.
Like Clowney. And I was confused if this was high school or middle school because the sister, Melody, looks like she's in middle school in this movie.
Yeah.
Yet her two friends that are waiting for her look like they were in college.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. And then Jack Black, I mean, does not look like he's in high school. I mean, like everybody seems like they're way older except for Bastion and I'm going to call him Melody. I feel like both of them look like they're in middle school. Yeah. So it was just like the weirdness of like age of like how they're just throwing everything together.
Did you realize how poorly edited it was? Like we got that scene, right? We got all of that. And then it's because he started so it's weird. It's like he got the book and then he's starting from the beginning, but it's just kind of confusing as the audience. Cause when he is like reading that, we kind of get like a cut to, and then that's him moving into the house. So it's very weird the way that.
No, it was weird how they did that. And so I have like a lot of questions about the book.
I'm ready.
So
I got them all.
Okay.
I've seen this 3 times.
Okay. So I can understand if the book was like writing words as
Like
action
Harry
is
Crumb in the
happening.
typewriter, or what?
Right,
Whatever
right.
that one is.
And it's no, it's that was oh, what was the name of that movie? It was the soap dish, right? No, was it soap? No, it wasn't soap dish. Was it soap dish?
It was the John Candy typewriter movie.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but like, so I can understand that because delirious. So they were talking, you know, like they were like he was reading things that were happening at the moment, but how far? But he just opened the page. So how far back does that book go, and how far forward does it go if he's reading it as time's going on right now?
Yeah, well, we learned that time was moving forward in Fantasialand for some reason, because that was like accelerated, because when everything stopped, everything else was already in full motion. But I don't know, when Jack Black's reading it, it's like right at that time, and that's a really funny scene.
But that's what I mean, though, because if he's reading right now at that time, what's the next page say?
It's getting
is it blank? Because nothing happened yet. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like how did is the book like? Does the book go a page ahead as the? It's like I'm just curious. Like if you open the book, are all the pages blank because nothing happened yet? If he's reading it as it goes along.
Yeah, since we never saw them write, it's almost like they have to like think of it and then it gets put on the page. Because at the very end of the movie, he's able to write something in the future that they're not at yet.
Correct.
So yeah, no, that is confusing.
There's a lot of rules that. Again, all the wishes things that make no sense, you know, later on. So
and nobody questions that like a glowing thing is on a girl's chest, and that girl that her family seems like never had money. Now she has all the credit cards.
What? And they don't question. Again, she looks like she's in middle school, and she's trying all these expensive dresses. No one questions it. Yeah. Like, you know, there's
And would it be like you don't want people to be onto you? Like, what's this girl doing? Oh yeah, can I get it in a box with a bow on it? Just get it in a bag. Come on. I'll take it as quick as I can.
You know what? Listen, she did a great job as the annoying sister, but what an awful character.
Yeah.
Like she really was like, you know, so, okay. So Fantasialand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because this is the beginning of the movie. We have like a Jack Frost kind of guy or whatever. Like
yeah.
Like, who is he? Who was that guy that just like was...
I wrote his name down late. I thought he was going to be more important, but he was really nothing. It was him,
and like
the weird headed guy. And the Empress.
He looked like Megamind. He looked like Megamind.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly like Megamind.
Yeah.
Right. And yes, you have the princess, but like, what are they like? If the book wasn't taken, like, what are they doing there? Like, I feel like are they waiting for trouble to happen? Like, what? Okay, what's the purpose of the book at this point?
I don't think there's any purpose.
That's what I mean. There's no story to this. Like, there's no plot. Like, the plot is that Bastian finds the book because he's running away from bullies, and now he's got to give the book back.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
Yeah.
That's the whole plot.
And I love the way they do it. Again, I'm not saying this is the greatest written movie ever. It was just fun with the characters. But one thing was such a shoehorned in thing when it's like, Bastian, you can go back now. And it's like, oh, and now, and then they're like, hey, we'll help you, kid. Where they're holding his hand for like to give wish power. And then they all go back, and then he's about to like, go like send it back as quick as possible and change everything. She's like, oh no, you have to go collect everyone. So it turned it into like almost like that Wizard of Oz, like he was going to find everyone.
No, you're right. But I mean, clearly this kind of movie we're gonna be jumping all over. So yeah, I mean, okay. So with that being said, that book or the medallion that he had gives wishes. It seemed like any kind of wish you want to do.
Yeah.
So why couldn't he wish? I wish all my friends that from Fantasialand would come here right now, and I wish we go back. And the fact that he tried wishing to go home, but he didn't wish hard enough.
Yeah.
How do you wish hard enough?
I don't know. I think that was to show that he was really unhappy. I don't know how he lost his mom in the story, but it seemed like that's like he didn't want to go home or something.
But okay, but is like, does hard enough wishing mean like you have to squeeze your face more? Like you can't just say I want to go home. You have to be like I want to go. Like is that like
you really
that
gotta
like
squeeze one out? You gotta squeeze one out.
Okay. Because that's what it made it look like. He's like, you know what? You're not wishing hard enough. We all got to hold hands and put the wish harder.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
You know, it was like a really great character in this movie, and I think they're playing hokey people. The mom was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I think she was definitely out of the league of the father.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, listen, that's the thing. Like, this movie, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, because like their interaction and the way they talked were more for adults to like laugh at than kids to understand what they're trying to do. You know, like trying to get on the good side of the other. You know, like and that how corny the father is, and like I think that's like so like it was just like it was like many different plots and stories going on at once. Like it was just you know I who's this movie for? Like that's I don't know.
No, I know.
I don't know.
But for me, because I'm still a child, it still worked. But it was just so funny. It's like, come on, you're gonna be late for school. And he's like, hey, get your butt down here. I've been doing it since he was 5. And then she's like, I'm gonna go pull the car to the garage. And you take your time. Like the way she was like doing that. Even like when they caught him like in the middle of the night testing the appliances, that's his excuse. And then she goes, it's really good. Very green conscious, using it when it's low usage.
Like that's not a Gremlins kind of scene right there, you know. Or I mean, let's say the father is definitely the father of the year because you know the kid cut school.
Oh my God.
The father goes to talk to him, and you know the kid's not opening up, and clearly you can see something's bothering him and is upsetting him. Then he sits down. The kid, the father's leaving, and the kid goes, Dad, everything sucks. And what does the father do? Okay. And he walked out. The kid finally opened up and said, Dad, everything sucks. He's struggling at his new school, his new life, his new mom. And the father, I guess, had like a ball game to watch on TV because he literally didn't care to stay around. And he goes, I know. What do you say? I know? Or
I think I know. Yeah, I think I know.
Something like that. I wrote it down. I thought everything sucks. Oh no, he said, okay. And he walked out. His response was okay and left. That's a father of the year.
I mean, it's a new wife tale.
But I mean, oh my gosh, that was like trying to be a tender moment there. This kid's struggling, you know. I mean, clearly, first day of school, he's getting bullied. I mean, like right off the bat. He cut school. First, they didn't even ask him why he cut school. He was like, the kid was staring out like
it
at all.
Missed the first three periods.
Yeah. Didn't even question any of that. And then when he finally says, Dad, this sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. And he walked out. I couldn't believe that.
It was crazy again, thinking about that this movie had enough money to pay, like, I'm sure that, you know, the star, Jason, I forget, he has 3 names. Richter is his last name, but like him right after Free Willy hit, he must have been like probably out of the kid actors that were around a pretty penny. You have Jim Henson, and then for paying for music rights, Seal, Kiss from a Rose, like,
oh my God. And the fact again, like so corny, like it was on her headphones, and then she took it off. It was so loud in that room, baby. Like the song. It was so like it didn't fit. Like it felt like they were throwing in so like a lot of generational stuff that was going on like at the moment, like the rap video that was going on.
Oh my God, dude, he hated that.
Oh my God. But it was just like they threw in so much. And then, you know, of course we have the little montage, which the most ridiculous scene in the entire movie. And there's a lot of ridiculous stuff.
Which montage?
Sort of when he's riding the motorcycle and he's singing.
Oh, wait. I have that.
I'm surprised you didn't have it going.
I know. But just before we get to that, which is pretty quick, he loves the leader in the movie. Like when everybody's fighting each other over the nasty room, that's more important.
Yeah, it seemed like an odd. It just seemed like an odd. First of all, did you see when they first got there with the moving truck? He was sitting in the back of it in a chair. I mean, you know, like just so weird. And wouldn't you think that if clearly the daughter couldn't stand this kid, you know, Bastion, I feel like it's almost like they met for the first time. Like there was no plans. The parents, like, you know, didn't try to get these kids that they try to because Bastion did seem like he was trying. This girl was just a snot, but like it almost looked like she never really met him. Like, oh, you're annoying. Like I didn't know anything about him.
You would think they just got married 10 days ago. I would think they hung out for at least those days.
Correct. And his way of trying to, because she thought he was weird to begin with. So his way of trying to get past that was to tell her the story of Fantasialand.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He opened up right away. He opened up to her, and she didn't care nothing. She cared about absolutely nothing. And then we hard cut to her singing a song, And she told me she made that up. And that's a real song about like somebody that she lost that was close to her. Like the director was like, oh, do you know a song? And she's like, I play guitar. And she sang a song that really meant something.
Okay. That's all fine and dandy, but it was very folksy, fartsy.
But why was it in the movie?
That's what I'm saying. She's 12 years old, and it's like a whole scene of her singing this fartsy song. It doesn't fit. It didn't even fit her. It felt so out of place. Like it was so unnecessary. And she's like, yeah, it was like, again, if you're going to have her sing, like you already had Seal and all other songs, like get a little more popular song at a time, not this fartsy song that no one's even knows anything about it. Like it's so dumb.
But Seal was funny. And then the other one was like, cause I'm a girly girl when she's doing the clothing montage at the mall.
Which was Pretty Woman. So like, I mean, like this, every scene is literally pulled from another movie.
So now we have, and then this movie, this is one thing I wanted to, two things that are in this movie. I was wondering if they were real things, catchphrases at the time when you were like in high school, or these were ones that they were trying to, with this movie got made. So many people see it. Maybe it gets on. How about the phrase like, oh my God, that is so
okay. I've never heard that before.
Okay.
So
because there was like a minute of that of them trying to get it going, and he's like, like, what do you mean? Like uncool.
Okay. I knew all the slogans back then, and that was not one of them.
They used it a lot in this movie.
Well, maybe they're trying to get something going.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Is I think that's what it was. Like, this would be funny to do. And then even when he does the hair thing after that, he's like,
wait, okay. So he did the hair thing to embarrass her, but that would just embarrass him, which he was. Like it had nothing. Like she literally walked right past him and went to her, adult friends that were waiting for her.
Her adult friends. They ran. They ran. The friend saw him and was like, "Oh my God!" And immediately, the brother. They don't even know about the brother. Wouldn't they?
No, they don't.
Like no.
Correct. And he didn't even get out of the car when he's already asking for a comb. So his plan was just to wear it. Wait, okay.
No, you're not a comb. So he wanted to wash his hair too.
Oh, wash his hair. Okay. So his plan was to embarrass her, but only from the drive from the house to the front of the school, and then he was going to fix his hair.
Yeah.
So that was the embarrassment on just that little drive.
Sick bird by Bastion. Hey, let's like Balthazar. How are we going to go to our first day? Let's do really stupid hair that makes us not fit in. Then we're going to say our name, Bastion Balthazar.
Okay. I want to know if there's another Bastion out there. Like, where did that come from? Because again, it's such an odd name. Like,
I bet you it's French Sebastian. It's probably that was my
French. Sebastian.
That was my French name. Je m'appelle Sebastien.
Was this a French writer that wrote the original book?
I can see that.
Oh, okay.
Falcor seems French.
He looks French, but in this movie, I'm sorry.
Well, he's horny, right? Because remember what he does? He does try to hit on the Chinese dragon.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this, which no one noticed or thought about, a flying dog.
Halloween.
That was
somebody has that giant costume. They must be rich to have that.
This is not bad. To me, Falcor was like the coolest character in the first movie.
Falcor's 5 miles from me. One that was made for Burning Man, sitting in a garage. So
I know, and that one looked way better than this one.
yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is I'm still in shock. Let alone like the way he looks. Like I said, he looks disheveled. Like he looks like he looked like a dog that was out in the rain for like a couple hours, who hasn't eaten because he looks skinny. His hair is he just looked like matted. Like he didn't look like himself.
And his back, he's got a hurt back.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Well, one thing I think was so cool about this movie was the nasties. The first time you see them, and everybody runs like it is like the villain, like and I love after they walk past everybody, it's really just Bastion. The nasties are walking up, and then there's one kid that pops out of a locker. He does the old switcheroo, the old Scooby-Doo.
Oh, he was hiding. Yeah. He was. But again, when you see Jack Black and the nasties, they look like they're graduated college.
Yeah.
Now I think that the janitor did say, how many years are you going to be here before you graduate or something like that. So I get it, but like you're talking about 8 years.
Yeah.
That he's still there, and he, about being expelled. I thought when you're expelled, you have to be away from the school.
Exactly. I wrote that down. How are they back in the school?
He's still hanging out in school.
Yeah. I do like the way he makes fun of his friend that I thought his name was Doug and I got excited, but his name's Dog. He just says it like Doug the first time. Oh my God. About the reading.
The annoying one?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you learn how to read? Why don't you learn how to read? And then he's like, let me read. And he starts, man, the print's too small. Your brain's too small. Pretty good, dude.
But like all the all his minions, they all like the big guy with the weird, he had weird hair. Like, I don't know. He had like a stringy hair.
Weird,
like,
yeah.
And then, I mean, they all were, like, which, well, I think, we could save the lair for later.
Yeah. Yeah. So how about like in this scene, I thought we were going to get ready for the swirly because he's asking them, hey, how do you go to the bathroom? Like, where's the bathroom, the shower, so I can get this gel out of my hair? And they're like, we'll show you. And they grab him. And I was thinking swirly's incoming.
Oh, 100%.
But no, they just were going to lock him down there for him to die? Like that?
In the boiler room. They locked him in the boiler room.
Yeah. So they're going to let him die.
Why would you die in the boiler room?
It gets hot in the boiler room. That's where mankind lives.
That's where janitors hang out. Every janitor.
But some of the hangouts are better, like the janitor from Substitute 2. That's the best.
Well, he hung out everywhere because he had tunnels. I mean, that's a little different. Yeah. That's, which, listen, you know what? I always wondered how, when there was like throw up in a classroom, how the janitors got there so fast. So
that's it.
They might have used tunnels that we don't know about, all through school. So, yeah.
But Mark was so good in this role. I forgot he was in this because I'm trying to think what sequel we even did for him. But we talked like Elf and a bunch of other films that he was in, but it was like, wow, this is really awesome. And working with Norm Macdonald. So it was pretty neat, like seeing him pop up again. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And he crushed it.
It was a quick cameo kind of thing, but like character, but it was like the way he talked. It was great. Yeah. The cigar, like, he's cleaning his school and he's smoking his big cigar.
Sure, yeah. Near all the pipes, they probably have get gas.
Yeah, very safe. Yeah, very safe. Yeah.
But so he helps get him out. And then I love Balthazar. Big balls on Balthazar when it's like, wait, so you're telling me that if I tell you that they did something wrong, they would get expelled? They kidnapped me and they threw me in the boiler room.
I thought he was going to go along with it. Like I didn't expect him to do that. So no, he definitely had balls. Yeah.
And he gets away. Look, boom. He runs, he gets to the library, he locks himself in the one part, finds the book, which is kind of a continuation of that opening scene. It's almost like we're seeing it cut from that beginning part to here.
So is that his book?
No,
like, so if someone else
not the kid in the
up.
first movie, right? That's Atreyu in the first movie.
No. But I mean, no, but it's his character. Like, so I wonder, like, if he didn't find the book first, like Jack Black found the book first, would he still be reading about Bastion's life?
Because so I guess that is the same kid. Barrett Oliver plays him in the first one. Jonathan Brandis plays him in the second one.
So they have a different
and then James Richter for all three.
Because so those other actors got wise and said, I'm not doing another one. That's why.
Yeah, the other
So they have the same actor playing the same character.
Barrett, that's weird. He was in, man, that kid had a pretty good run right there. This kid was in the Frankenweenie short. He played Victor Frankenstein.
He made it big
in 1984. Like that's,
Wow, he was in a short.
No, but that's
this kid crushed it.
Oh my God, dude, that's the first thing that Bert never did. That's cool. Yeah.
Wait, so he did a voice of a cartoon that's only 5 minutes long.
He was in a bunch of stuff. He acted a lot for like a little kid. He was in Incredible Hulk as Jimmy the Kid. And then his last thing was a movie called Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. Ed Begley Jr., Jacqueline Bisset, Ray Sharkey.
Sounds like
Wallace
an
Shawn.
exciting movie.
Oh, I'm gonna see it.
Oh.
I'm gonna see if this is on later for when we're done. But yeah. So he gets to the book. And
but you didn't answer my question. So do you think it's Sebastian, or I want to call him Sebastian, but Bastian's book? Like, is it his book? And so whoever picks it up is only going to be reading about Bastian's life.
Let's see. Does he own the never-ending story?
Like, are there multiple never-ending stories for multiple kids?
I don't know. There's
like
cartoons of this too. Oh, there's an animated series that came out in 1995.
Let me guess, one season.
Like a weird cartoon.
But I mean, aren't you curious that like, is this like only his story? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It might quick Googling. If you guys know, let us know at Sequels Only, because I would love to cover the second one after.
I'm sure there's a never-ending story,
story
super fan out there.
Never-ending story. ... story. But I do love when he finally goes into the world. And again, this is another thing about the size. When that gnome family is like doing their potions and she's like cooking, when his Converse comes in, it's bigger than them, right? And then when they back up a little bit, you see him again, and the gnomes are like a lot bigger.
See, they stole those gnomes from Princess Bride. That was Billy Crystal and the girl from Taxi.
Yeah, or Willow too. What's his name? Is in Willow? Kevin Pollak. He plays one of them. Willow.
Was there a female gnome too? Okay, so then it's not like Willow.
Well, they're both gnomes.
And Princess Bride though, they were both like they were arguing
bickering gnomes.
Yeah, but were they gnomes? No, because they had I don't know what they were, but anyway, but that's what I felt like they were funny characters. They had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, wait. They had that was the whole movie. They were holding it the whole movie.
Yeah.
We got to go right now. We have to go right now, Bastian. And then they didn't go until the very end.
But so like their house gets destroyed and they just pick it up and moving. Like
I know
like
they're getting ready to. They're getting ready.
They didn't like. They're like, what are we gonna do? Like they didn't even take anything. Like they I mean, listen. You have this monster dog or whatever he is that could carry probably their entire house on his back. Although his back hurt, so I don't know how much he could put on there. But I mean, like you would think, like they would at least like pack some of the stuff up. They packed nothing.
No, they didn't. Well, he came sort of after the fact because the nasties at this point are getting the book. This is when they're starting to shake everything up, and this is where, because I think he deserves his own dedicated part, is Barky.
Okay.
I think I'll take a range.
Oh my god.
He's a Catskill comedian.
Oh, 100%.
Watch my leaves kill you.
Ooh. But so they don't say
something's burning back here. Oh no, it's me. Quick, call the fire.
Why does he look like a porcupine?
Call anybody. Get me some baking soda.
He looks like the Hawaiian Punch guy with the hair.
Because he does. Like, so if those things are his roots that are hanging on his back, wouldn't that make his tree going up this way? Like straight up that way? Right? If that's his roots, like, are those the roots?
Yeah.
Where are they supposed to be?
The bottom part of it. Yeah. The stuff dangling.
So, yeah, but his feet should have been the roots. Like, that's where the tree is growing up.
Well, it'd be hard. It would be hard for that creature to move and for the Henson people.
Fine. Okay.
I would have liked this movie if the tree moved the way I think trees move. They use little tentacles. They go.
They could have showed it on his feet. So they have like all these like lightning things going on, but all Jack Black is doing is throwing books around in the library.
I know, he's like punching. It's almost like he's punching the book. So I don't know. Again, if he was now, this movie involved writing,
correct?
Then I'm like, that's fine.
I agree.
Or
Agreed.
Saying it out loud. He's not saying anything. He's just throwing shit around.
So by throwing books around, that means it's like lightning in Fantasia Land?
I know.
Okay.
All right. But we do get another one of my favorite lines, the bullying of Dog, when he goes, oh yeah, that book, Neverending Story. I put it on my preferred reading list. He goes, why don't you put learning to read on your preferred reading list?
No, like I said, if this was if this was like a 80s comedy with Jack Black, like in that like villain role, like blonde hair villain role, I think he could have fit in right away. Like I just think like he was too good for this movie, kind of thing.
No,
like,
I know he crushed it. Like really,
did. Yeah.
Like the way his line delivery was so good, and like rolling with the punches with all the characters that he was interacting with. And now, when the gnomes mentioned the Nasties have the book, and they were getting like, it's almost like they knew the story, even though it's the never-ending story. They made it sound like it's the worst thing that the Nasties have the book, which obviously turns out to be. So it's almost like they knew. It's like a never-ending story that's being written while it's going on, but they knew right away, like, oh, this is a bad thing. We have to get Bastian back, and he has to get the book, because then that's what this movie is. That is the first thing, and then when they all wish back together is when we get like, oh, now you have to find everybody.
But is that really a plot though?
It's not. Again, it's a cheap. It's almost like and I think they should make $1 million of it, like National Treasure. You can really just have it be like, okay, he needs to get to blank, and then there's these other things intertwined.
I disagree. I think because the National Treasure, listen, you got a guy that goes on these adventures, and that's a plot. He go, what adventure is he going on? Here, there's no the kid's not going on an adventure. He's just going to a new school, and then he happens to go into the book, and then he goes home. Like the plot is not like he's going to Fantasia to fix what's going on in Fantasia. He brings that crap to Fantasia.
Oh no, he makes the issue happen. Like most, like all the Friday the 13th movies, they bring everything back.
Plot.
No, so it's not. I'm saying you're no, it's not a plot. It's like, I'm not saying I'm not bashing National Treasure. I love those movies, but I'm saying like it's almost like they can just be like, all right, this is how he has to. What's going to happen? And it's like, oh, he's going to lose the book. Okay, he loses the book. What's he going to do now? He has to get back. Oh, he brings people with him. No, I know it's not done.
But that's my point though. Is like, okay, so I didn't read the synopsis of the movie, but I'm curious what the synopsis really is, because again, I feel like there was nothing in this movie to make a synopsis. Like, I don't know. I feel like I think they took a lot of cliches from other movies, a lot of scenes from other movies, put together, a bunch of puppets. I think the entire, if I remember correctly, like every character was a Fantasia, Muppet. Here you have more human actors than you have.
Well, they said they wanted to tailor this one for the United States because the other ones did more foreign. But here's the film synopsis. After his father remarries, Bastian has trouble dealing with hostile stepsister Nicole. At school, Bastian is bullied by Skip and his pals. Retreating to the library, he runs into old Mr. Coriander and again starts reading the Neverending Story, the book that transports him to Fantasia. Trouble ensues when Skip finds the volume and begins destroying the fantasy kingdom, forcing Bastian to return to the real world to stop him. But he gets back too easy. It shouldn't be escape.
Way too easy. Again, that's what I mean. Like, yeah. And my point, yeah, you want to make it in the United States, but to me, you watch the Neverending Story, the first one, because of all the weird puppets that you're going to come across, right? The weird characters. Here, there's really only 3. There's 3 characters in this movie. That's, to me, it's not enough. Like, it's not enough for a Neverending Story movie, right? It's way too much. As funny as you want to say the parents are, it's too much of that. Yeah, like it's like that whole side story. I'd rather see him in the world again and whatever he's dealing with, and what creations can Jim Henson now put out there that like we could see. And I feel like there was only 3 characters, and I just wasn't enough to like really make it that enjoyable. I bet you kids were not that impressed with this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Well, did your daughter like it?
I didn't show it to her yet. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Dude, this director, really great stuff, dude. He was a cinematographer and camera operator on a bunch of movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, Bourne Ultimatum. He worked early on Return of the Pink Panther, Superman, Murder on the Orient Express.
You know why? Because no one saw this movie.
Ouch.
So he kind of got like a freebie.
Dude, you ready for his directing? This is like something wild. He covered his first movie he ever directed was a sequel we covered.
Son of the Mask.
Rambo 3.
What?
Yes.
He directed Rambo 3.
And the second movie, Mo Money.
Where did this fall wait? And he directed this movie?
And then he directed this one in 94. So Rambo 88, Mo Money 92. Then an episode of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles in 93. Then he does Neverending Story 3, Tales from the Crypt, Legionnaire. And then he finishes up his film career with The Extreme Adventures of Super Dave Osborne.
Okay, so clearly he, after Mo Money, he was on the downside of his career as a director.
Yeah.
Because everything you named after that is like awful.
But dude, he did some cool stuff too. Like, maybe the connection, he was a second unit photographer on Rambo 2. So maybe that's how he got that. But then he worked on, man, he's still alive. He was second unit director on like Rambo 2, Empire Strikes Back, Batman, Tango and Cash, Radio Flyer, a bunch of the Harry Potter movies, Batman and Robin.
But he wasn't a director.
For those movies, well, second unit director is important. But I'm saying for him to do Rambo 3, Mo Money, then this?
Right.
What a weird thing.
It is a weird thing, but I think this sabotaged him because he didn't direct anything good after this. So, like, I think, like, this might have maybe people, Hollywood was like, you directed this piece of crap? We're not going to hire you again. Like, I think that's what happened. And now he never directed again. And now he had to go back behind the scenes.
Yeah, man, maybe we can get him. That'd be cool. The writer of this directed Remote Control and wrote Remote Control, another like 80s kids movie. But, oh man, that's pretty wild. And it's funny. I remember now that I read the name, I remember it because Jeff Goodwin told me the thing about like Peter McDonald and him and like two other people, the only people that didn't get fired from the movie. And I think Peter McDonald filled in for another director that got canned just before that. But oh man, gosh. So let's get back on track. So Falcor,
okay,
yeah.
Well, I was going to say there's one thing I would like to discuss, which I thought was a little weird and disturbing.
Okay,
and it involves Junior.
Okay.
What's with the kissy kiss? He's always trying to kiss the kid.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, and I think it was one scene. He asked him for 2 kisses. Like the kid kissed him once, and then he goes kissy kiss.
He's a baby.
Kissy
Did
kiss.
you notice he had a diaper?
He did have a diaper.
Does he poop rocks?
That's a good question.
Well, you remember what Barky says? I'll take the kid with me, but I don't change diapers.
So listen, if I feel like honestly these characters would fit better in like a cross country adventure.
Yeah,
with all of them, then like because they're funny characters. Like I mean, like you said, like he's like a stand-up comedian, and like I feel like he would have been better in a different
in a Muppet movie. He could be people that interact with Fozzie. Fozzie learns from this Catskill comedian.
Yeah. Like it did. I just feel again. I'm gonna guess in the original movie there's a talking tree, and it looks nothing like. I would bet it's much bigger. I bet you the rock guy is much bigger. Yeah. I don't think this. So yeah. But so kiss.
Because we watched The Great Muppet Caper again, and we always talk about like why wasn't Rolf in the Muppets Wizard of Oz? They shoehorned in Scooter in Great Muppet Caper. He had like a random role. He was just like in one scene. He just like talked for like a minute, and that was it. It was like he was just thrown into the.
Yeah, but like I told you, I think Scooter is the most blah.
No,
character.
I get it, but I'm sorry, it's funny. I'm like, Scooter's not in this movie, and I'm like, that's how you're going to put him in. They could have done with a Rolf.
Yeah, I mean, I think Rolf also is kind of a bland character. He's funny, he plays piano, but that's it. Like, first of all, why is he not playing piano with Dr. Teeth?
Exactly.
Why does Dr. Teeth?
Why is he not in the band?
I mean, he should be. Well, Dr. Teeth plays piano,
so he can just sing. I think for the Muppets sake, I think he could sing.
Okay.
Jack's obsessed with real Muppets now. No more Muppet Babies. So we will watch Muppet movie today.
You know what? I'll take the old Muppet movies over any of the new ones. I mean, like, not that I don't like,
the
one
two
with
new ones.
I do.
It's good. The other one's good.
Well, the first one was good. I mean, but I still take the originals over.
Oh no, I
just think that. But when they did, was it Muppet Man or when they
Muppet
walked
Man?
into the office? That was amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. No, they're awesome. So now Falcor, he's super silly. And now I think we're almost to the part with.
Oh, they're being chased. They're at the parade, I think. Because we no,
we
we're
didn't
at the
get
lair.
it. No, we didn't get to there yet. Let's introduce. So now we have the Rock family. We've kind of talked about them already. They're watching the baby concert. How about when they kiss and he goes, "You still turn my lips to lava."
His voice is so weird.
Oh, it's bad.
Like, it's so bad, and which makes the scene coming up really bad.
Really?
Like,
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh! Why was this in there?
When he started singing.
Oh my gosh!
Nuts. The fact that this was in the movie was.
And a long time.
Oh.
It wasn't like a 2-second.
The version that I'm playing is the shorter one. And that was the one at the end of the movie, like in the first part of the credits.
Gosh.
This was a long scene, but I do love when he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go," because she wanted to get like 2 tons of limestone or something, and the junior wanted to come without the mom sort of knowing, and he goes, "Okay, let's roll," and that played, and I love the rabbit, like that rabbit that
Oh my gosh!
gets ran over in this scene, and then later gets hit with the frying pan or the pot.
That's all Jim Henson.
Oh, so
I mean,
cool.
that's but I mean, like we literally see him, I think, ride his motorcycle the entire way to where he had to go. Like it was awful. And I'm surprised. Like, did they have the music, like the Neverending Story song? Like, why wasn't it in this?
Oh,
movie?
they didn't. That was one thing. That and Noah Treyu. Yeah, I know.
But don't you think that should have been like the end of the movie, maybe like in the
That's
credits?
true, yeah.
No, we get this song again.
We get
At the end
and then the girly girl song again.
Oh my god! But like his voice almost sounds like someone burping and talking at the same time. That you hear people talking. That's what it sounds like. It's just a weird voice. Like it's just so. And the wife's voice is just as weird. Like it's and she has and she has curlers in her rock hair. Like, how does that work?
I've been eating your mud pies for 2,000 years, and they don't get any better. And that's when she starts assaulting him.
Oh my gosh!
So now the Empress arrives, and we meet the Megamind looking guy. And I do.
Who doesn't say 2 words?
He says maybe a word, right?
No, I think he just stands in the background the whole time. It's so weird. It's like so weird.
This is no time for cheap head jokes. And then later she makes a cheap. No, he does speak because he looks at her and says, "I thought no head jokes." And she's
Are
like,
you sure?
"Oh, easy. Yeah. I think that was the bit probably because they went to the door. She made a head joke about him, and he says, "I thought no head jokes."
Oh, then I missed it.
Yeah.
All right. Because then it must have been the only line because he just stood in the background looking creepy the entire time.
Yeah. And I do love that the Empress wants to send that wizard looking guy. And he's like, "Oh, but no, we need somebody young. We need somebody vibrant." And it opens like a book. Like there's a million kids that have the Neverending Story.
Yeah.
It goes, "Oh, I'm a Bastion Balthazar. You should be here any second now." Shows up right on time.
Then what's their job there? Like, what are they?
I don't know what they are. They're just in like this ice room, but we didn't see ice anywhere else.
No, and it seems like they're the only 3 people, like or things, like
We
the
haven't
princess.
seen- all we saw was those creatures, the gnomes, the tree, and the rock family. That's it.
Everybody's all separated, like, but like it, like it's not in like there's no like town of like that. Who is she empress over?
All of Fantasia. I don't know how many people.
There's
7?
no one in Fantasia. There's 5 people.
Yeah.
Or 5 things.
Just think how cheap this movie would have been if they did just do it with these characters in Fantasia. It'd be so cheap. You gotta think no background people. You wouldn't have to worry about any of the kids at the school, anything like that.
And they could have done more than one song.
They did have Seal Kiss from a Rose.
No, but I mean, I'm saying the rock guy could have sang another.
Oh, you wanted 2 songs from him?
Wait, is it a coincidence? He's a
rock
guy
and roll.
and he sings rock music?
No, I would hope that's what it is.
You think so?
Rock the Casbah. All rock songs. That's all.
So his favorite movie is Rocky.
Rocky. See, that could have been a good bit. The poster on the wall.
His favorite ice cream, Rocky Road.
Rocky Road. You gotta like Rocky Road, right? Favorite wrestler? Mankind, actually. Mankind fan. The boiler room from earlier in the movie. So then he shows up just in time. And again, I love that they use a lot of pop culture names in this movie. And there's some questions. I don't want to jump ahead to them because
like Bastion.
Not Bastion, but I'm saying there's some things later in the movie I want to ask you your opinion. And I think it makes sense the way just what I've read a little bit about the first two movies what I'm going to talk about, it makes no sense. But how about when the gnome's like, Bastion has a strong heart, but he's no Arnold Schwarzenegger to beat the nasties. And then she's like, Bastion, like, how are you going to get the book back from these boys that are only a few years older than you? You can't like.
So let me ask you that. Now you make a point because they mention a bunch of names at the end of the movie. Also, like, you have to have song rights that rights of the songs to sing the songs. Do you have to have the rights to mention the people and people's names?
No.
So what if they don't want their name thrown into the mix of this movie?
I don't think I don't think you could stop that.
So you could
Like if a movie makes like asking. A joke about like Taco Bell, I don't think Taco Bell can be like, hey,
well, no, but that's they have it trademarked, so you can't. That's the whole difference.
I think you'd say their name to have the logo to show it because you can't.
I don't know because you could say don't ever eat a Taco Bell because they put the dog crap in their tacos. And people, and you have idiots that are going to believe what they hear in a movie, and now Taco Bell is suing you because you said that they have dog crap in their tacos.
Because of Neverending Story 4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what that is, but there is some product placement in this movie. Nothing like too crazy that I can remember. So now Bastion, he needs to wish harder, and you get the guy that says if he wishes every harder, he'll break his wishbone. That guy's great.
I wrote down something, and I don't know why. Was there a reference to Chainsaw Massacre?
Ooh. Oh, yes. Yeah. When they remember when? So after this part, they all go right. Now they're all being expelled.
This is I wrote this right after Born to Be Wild, so that's why it must have happened.
You skipped this whole scene, but no, that's when they land. So that's what I was going to ask you, like. If they're in a city that they live in that has like a Chinatown area, and they are close enough to Bastion's school, they're in South Dakota because Baby Rock sees the Mount Rushmore and climbs up it.
I said the same thing.
It's so tiny.
I said the same thing. I go, where are they? That they're literally looks like they're in Chinatown in New York City, yet they're in Mount Rushmore, and then the tree guy is in the middle of the woods.
But he's close to him because we see him and hear him near the Baby Rock. The gnomes are in Alaska or something.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but remember they mailed themselves to Sebastian.
That was funny. That was very smart.
Right? But how'd they know where he lives?
They know everything about him. They know. Maybe they got his
gnomes.
Address. I don't know if they exchanged addresses right away. Maybe when he moved, he provided the new address for Christmas cards.
Why would the gnomes know where he lives? I understand the princess and Megamind, but why would the gnomes know?
Christmas, they're gonna send him Christmas cards.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
They knew it right away. Well, get in.
They did know right away.
Change the label.
How'd they change the label?
I guess they popped out and they had pens. They had pens on them.
Okay.
Little tiny pens. I don't know. Okay. So now everybody's with them. Then this is where it's like the Bill and Ted part of the movie.
Well, wait, no. Before they're with them, right? Is it? Doesn't Junior come to the house first? And he's hiding him in the bedroom?
Well, he didn't find him yet. He has to find everybody. Falcor brings them all back.
I thought you said they're all together now. I thought you were talking about they're all together now.
The only ones that are together are in the tree is when the Tech Chainsaw Massacre.
Right, tree.
That's when he sees.
That's right. Okay.
Tree,
that's right. Okay.
Your worst intro to Earth is you wake up in a friggin' lumber yard and like they're chopping all the trees down. And he's like, oh, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So why doesn't he understand? Like, doesn't he realize that not one other tree is talking to him?
Oh, I think he understands. I think he's very aware that he's a very rare.
So?
There was no talking trees in that world. He was the only one that we saw.
That was the other thing. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, there's no characters in the other world. There's literally no characters.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a lady to give her my wood.
Is that what he said?
No, I just made that up.
Oh,
but you believe that he would say
So
that.
I did believe it.
But it's
that
so
would've been
weird
good.
that it seems like they're all over the place because the gnomes are in like ice. The other two are close by. Falcor's sort of close by because he catches the baby rock falling, Junior. And Bastion's at school and he gets caught by the nasties right away.
Was that when he hurt his back, or his back already hurting before that?
He was already, his back's hurt because he says, "Oh, this won't help my back problem."
Okay. Because I was going to say that might have, I mean, having a big rock baby fall on your back would hurt more. You know, maybe that's what started it, but all right.
Yeah. So now the dad comes home. This is we already talked about this conversation. Dad comes home and finds out Bastion cut because he was like, wow, this is so great to come home to a perfect family. She's watching the rap music video. And then how about he's looking out and he sees Falcor and then he just leaves to, I'm going to follow this flying dragon somewhere.
Okay. Hold on a second. If you want to say that everybody knew his address because they knew him in the past, the kid just moved.
Maybe they exchanged.
No one has his address.
No, they should not have known where he lived.
And how did Falcor find him?
Oh,
and
well, he found them because he found them at the parade.
No, oh, that's right. But he saw. Okay, but how about the fact that he was flying next to an airplane?
Oh yeah,
the airplane. The pilot didn't see the big dog that just flew right.
Or
next
the
to
military,
him?
They're not shooting that guy down. It's pre 9/11, so they weren't thinking about that.
No, but I mean, like he's literally talking to the airplane. I think he said something like, "Hey, what are you doing up here?" But like, it wasn't like he was on the side of the airplane. He literally was facing like head first into the airplane.
Yeah,
they had to have seen him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that's when the pilots used to drink a lot, right?
Probably.
One of my favorite Man Show bits when they were like drinking, and then they were like, "Oh man, our flight's going," and they start walking, falling. So now he's trying to tell his sister again. The second time he tries to confide in there, nothing at all. And this one he has to wait to use his wish because then someone will be left there.
So I didn't understand that part. So she's first of all, okay. He's like, let me just wish everybody back and we'll take care of it. And she's like, no. But she doesn't give a reason why. She didn't explain why. She just said,
I know.
She literally just says no.
It could have been very simple exposition as like, oh, there's only so much wish power you have. And if you use the wish to bring them all back, you won't be able to get something like, some kind of exposition could have got thrown in there. But
no, but her answer was no. And I mean, listen, they use a lot of wishes later on. So it wasn't, it seems like clearly they have unlimited wishes.
Yeah, so, definitely unlimited. Okay. She wasted one on a bow, on a red bow.
When they were floating around, it reminded me of Superman 2. They looked like they were in that glass thing spinning around.
So then, so this is where he sees Falcor. He goes, "Oh, let me try to chase." How many miles away is that? Like when he sees him in the sky, but he finds him at the parade. The nasties know where they're at because of the book, The Neverending Story, and trying to think what happens next.
Well, the parade.
Well, the parade's out. Oh, yeah. So, just continue that because there's something that cuts in between. But yeah, so at the parade is when Falcor's hitting on the other Chinese dragons. And
I mean, he literally okay. You're going to tell me he looked much bigger in the first movie. Like even though he's there, he still doesn't look as massive as he should when he's at the parade.
And look, like I said, know that that's not another Chinese dragon, right? He probably smells so bad.
He smells like wet dog. He probably smells like wet dog. Man, you know how? Okay, we have small dog. Everybody has small dogs, and when they wet, they smell awful.
Yeah.
This thing is huge.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a reek.
Oh,
reek.
It's so bad.
And his dog breath. It's got to be awful.
I do love when we cut to the Rock Man coming home finally without his son. Which, how did he forget? Like, oh, well, remember how that happened? We're going to cut over that. When they got back there and they were like, "Hey, Bastion." He looks at Bastion through the window, the Rock dad, and the little one, "Junior, get back here." And then Junior
he ran
there just in time.
Yeah. So dumb.
Oh man. So now they found them, that they get away from the nasties, and Junior goes home with Bastion, and he's in the indoor garden. And then that's when he's like wreaking havoc. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I was just testing all the equipment." Oh yeah, that's a great idea, honey.
Yeah. So okay, this whole scene with the like, is this like an infant baby? Like, how old is
He's a
Junior
baby.
supposed to be?
He's supposed
Baby,
to be a baby. Baby.
Okay.
That's why he's trying to kiss all the time and hide and go seek. But he does. One time he is quiet is when Nicole steals the necklace. And then he says the line, "Oh, I have to tell Bastion." And then he never left the house. I was expecting him in the school, putting an outfit on, blending in something.
How do you expect him to find it? He wasn't going to find her. But like, yeah, if he's got to tell Bastion, but he could have said something the entire time. Listen, if he popped out, he would have scared the crap out of the little sister. She would have dropped the medallion and ran out of there.
Exactly.
So, but he is a baby, and he wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't.
I'm surprised, like, he wasn't wearing like clothes like E.T.
I know,
or something
they
like
should have
that.
done that a little. Yeah, they didn't. The only thing they did was with the blanket on him, and he was like sitting on him. Not like the sister wouldn't realize. Like, I don't remember you having this giant chair that sneezed and made sounds.
He's got a smell too. I mean, like, you know, like he's a baby who I don't think his diapers changed the entire movie. So, you know,
yeah.
Okay.
I loved, again, address, right? How does Barky get a tree delivered to the house?
That was pretty funny though, when he made the other guy, like, he was pretending to be he's like winking, he's like peeking through his eye,
And he whacked the guy because the guy's like, "Oh, this old tree," and then he
which okay. I mean, the guys that were delivering, like, first of all, do people do that? Like, because those guys had like the long logs, like they didn't have trees, they had the logs, like, you know, like and like they're delivering this. Again, looks like a porcupine.
Yeah.
But like, do people like those people deliver those logs?
I don't know. But we did get a line before that, because remember when he was hitching in the truck and then he got like kicked out or he fell out, and then we had a dog chase him just to write the line, barking up the wrong tree, which is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he gets delivered, dude, is so
like
funny.
like I don't remember humor being in like the other movies. Like, I feel like it was a more serious tone. I mean, one scene I remember is the horse that was drowning in the thing.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
Like, you know, like, so like, I don't like, this is like nonstop like silliness in this movie. Like, I feel like they really went a complete different way, unless the second one was supposed to have humor too, which I don't remember, but yeah.
This one definitely got humor. Here's my first of a few questions about references. So in Fantasia, hockey's a thing? Because he says, the dad, they still taste like hockey pucks? And I'm like, what?
Well, they are watching. What was the show they were watching?
They're watching a Rock Guy cartoon music video.
Oh, it's
but I guess hockey is a thing there.
Okay. Well, why are you surprised that hockey's a thing there?
Well, because we get hockey first, it makes me think like, okay, that's like, I know that's very generic. So it's not like they said like the Rangers or a specific team.
So what would you prefer they had there?
When the tree says, or my boy Barky says, "Oh, this place got a Kmart," I'm like, okay. So is there Kmarts in Fantasia?
I don't know, because doesn't seem like there's anyone else in Fantasia. So, but they have TVs, so maybe they see commercials. Maybe they see commercials from, you know, like what they're watching
from Earth.
Is there a broadcasting place in Fantasia that's creating these shows?
Maybe like in Dinosaurs, the DNN, Dinosaur News Network.
I'm telling you, that was a dinosaur set. The entire the relationship of the husband, wife, and Junior was the baby in the high chair, the dinosaurs. I mean, it was
not the mama.
It looked
still really good. If you ever watch that again, because I watched it with the kids.
I never really watched it. I don't think I ever really watched it.
Like Pankin, when we talked to Pankin.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of them, and then Bruce Lanoil was the sister's puppeteer. There is some really like adult humor in some of them. Like one is like he's Al Bundy. His daughter goes on a date with a creep, and he does the whole Al Bundy like beat up the daughter, and it's like this.
How many seasons was it?
Like 3 seasons, and the last episode when they got canceled, they did like the meteor hitting the earth.
I heard they did like a serious like
Yeah.
trouble to it.
But no, it was
Oh,
pretty
wow.
good. And Stewart was awesome, dude. And the mom is the mom from Arrested
He's
Development.
great and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pankin was the best. So now we have...
Wait. Pankin was the father?
Pankin played the dad, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And then what's her name played the daughter? Wasn't it the daughter from Archie Bunker? Yeah, she was the voice of the daughter in that show.
It was?
I think everybody was a pretty big name, except the son wasn't a big name.
Oh.
But yeah, you should watch a couple of them. They're good. So another phrase, and then I wrote down, wow, how are the nasties in school if they're expelled? But this is when Nicole steals a medallion. She goes to school and then she's going to go. And when she tells her friend, I don't have money, her friend goes, me neither. That's why I carry plastique.
Oh my gosh.
Then the teacher,
Again,
the teacher takes that. And then the way she uses the wish right away, not thinking, she didn't believe anything Bastion said at all. But then finally she does, and she used it. Like, if that didn't work, she'd be like laughed out of school every day. Remember, you wished the teacher?
Oh, but okay, but you find out that it works, and you now have like unlimited wishes.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't want to go to the mall, right? I would get like a
the
truckload
mall
of money
to buy dresses. I mean, like that's poor. That's a poor choice.
Yeah.
That was a poor choice of wishes.
But the Empress was very envious. She wanted to go shopping at a mall. What does she know about malls? She's an Empress in Fantasia.
I think she's wore the same outfit in all 3 movies.
Yeah.
I don't think she has any. I mean, that's why she's like, listen, I'm tired of wearing the same dress every day.
Yeah.
I want something new.
I do love when she's like to the teacher, I wish you would just leave us all alone with your camel breath. Go back to your cage. And she goes, I have to leave you all now. I have to tidy up my cage. And then she has Banaka in her pocket. Like, that's pretty good.
It's so stupid. But that was what? Teen Witch.
Yeah, that was.
Again, I'm telling you, like every scene literally was from another movie.
Yeah, I definitely like some mashups of other ones that people like. So I get it. So the baby rock did end up staying home, and he's like using the watering can as a blowhorn.
Okay, wait. You like, is that a smart decision to leave this rock monster in your house by himself?
And how about that house, dude? The house from the outside would not seem like a house that has an indoor garden like that.
Yeah, no.
That was really wild.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, no. Would you leave that down? No. Why would you leave something?
He was destroying everything the night before, but now morning time you're like, yeah, I'm gonna leave him alone.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, okay.
Oh, the line that the delivery guy says before he elbows him, he goes, "Oh, I put this in the wood chipper." Oh yeah, wood chipper. Clotheslines him.
He's a funny character.
And dude, it's August. We're 4 months ish out to the Sequels, the end of the year awards. I think he's on the Mount Rushmore characters. He's got to be up there.
Could be.
And then the gnomes right after this get delivered. Okay. Now, how about a little game of Family Feud? If I polled the audience, I don't think top 10 answers would be parrot for what is in the box. Oh, it's my the parrot I sent for.
That was, and the parents didn't even like. They're like they look like they were confused.
Well, the mom's like, I want to fit in. This is my stepson. I don't want to make him feel weird.
Literally, like the worst 2 parents ever.
Yeah,
like they're so oblivious and like not like. Clearly, this kid is like troubling. Like the father he cut school the first day. He's having parrots or supposedly parrots delivered to his house.
Yeah,
he's making
with no holes.
He's eating late at night. Making so much noise, and they're like, okay,
yeah,
like
we're fine with it.
That's a problem. Yeah,
they're just worried about their honeymoon phase. They don't really care about the kids. Let them go, whatever. But when the gnomes show up and he right away opens the box and he goes, "We got to go," and they said, "No, no, Bastion, we got to go," which is amazing because they didn't go until the end of the movie. Like they were holding whatever they had to do the whole time. Why couldn't they just go in the box? You got to go that bad?
And they have small bladders.
They do have tiny bladders.
So how do they hold it now?
I don't know. But it is smart in order to solve a lot of problems, it's like in movies nowadays. Like, how do you like the new Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson movie, which I think you'll like. It is really good. The Pickup. It is really great back and forth between them. It's funny. But
is it Eddie Murphy like rated R funny? Like,
yeah, dude.
Beverly Hills Cop?
Both
Okay.
of them ripping the shit out of each other.
Okay.
It's a good plot too. And it's honestly a really fun movie because we didn't know about it. And we watched it on the projector last Friday.
No, I watched the trailer recently. I'm not a huge Pete Davidson fan.
Oh, dude, but he's great in it. Because he plays I don't know, they're both ripping each other. Like, it's the old guy that's about to retire and like the newer guy that's kind of a screw up that can't be a cop. But anyway, like that movie, how do you solve with cell phones? How do you even do this anymore? It's like, oh, pick the dead zone. That's where you rob the thing. So it's like this kind of thing. So this one, the perfect angle for this is like, oh, it's Halloween. Boom, just right. Setting Halloween.
But to me, that's a cop out. That's such an easy like writing.
But it's like,
so
how else can you get around it in the real world? Like hide them the whole time.
I know you can't.
It's like,
but still,
whatever.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
Then we get the shopping montage to the song "I'm a Girly Girl." She's wishing for everything, and then the baby rock gets her away, but he's by himself. Barky's supposed to be watching him. He cuts the line for the trick-or-treating photos at the mall.
Oh, yeah.
You say trick-or-treating in a photo.
But let me ask you this. So
yeah,
Jack Black's reading the book all this time.
Yeah.
And that's how he knows that they're going to the mall. But what is he reading when Sebastian's just sitting at the house, like say staring at the like stars? Like what is he reading? Yeah, like is he read like is it
and
everything that Sebastian does?
Boring.
Sebastian's still sitting out the window and he's staring and staring and staring.
And couldn't he just like decide like, oh yeah, Falcor never shows up? The end.
And okay, right. Or like, is he also saying, and the rock monster's with Sebastian right now? Like, is he not questioning what's a rock monster?
Yeah, why didn't you go to the house right now? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That does make no sense, that part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So now this is when he runs into the librarian at the mall and he says, oh, you have to bring that book back. And the dog, the guy of the nasties, because they know they're at the mall with the sister, that he steals a medallion. Then we get like a cool little back and forth. Like Barky saves it, and then eventually the nasties.
That happened a few times. That happened a few times. It happens at the end too. But yeah, but this is what who it went through all of them, right? All their hands.
Yeah, everybody did it. Yeah, and then they took it away. And then this is when the nasties are putting their thing because everybody's mean to each other. And even like Mr. Coriander, the librarian, like shoves spaghetti in a girl's face. But Barky again uses another phrase. So you're telling me in Fantasia they validate parking? So he says, "Wait, Bastion, I'm not validated." And it's like, what?
Well, the rock monster's riding a motorcycle.
That is true. I guess they do have parking. Yeah.
So there are
a motorcycle. Is he moving his feet or is that? Is he Fred Flintstoning or how is he?
No, I think he's riding it. I think it's
what's
motor.
The fuel? Did he start something?
They have TV.
That is true.
You were thinking of the fuel, like but no one else is on the road. He was literally riding through the woods.
Yeah.
So,
and Falcor's getting like beat up at the right. What's going on with the Falcor at this part? I remember Falcor is getting killed.
Wait,
he's right. This is when everything is like more things.
Well, because everybody's fighting each other.
Yeah,
but it's funny. They stole. So this scene was stolen then from what was the movie? It's an action movie where it happened at a church where Samuel Jackson, like the bad guy, and like literally, forget the name of the movie, because they made like 3 of them of the movie like in the last 15 years. And like everybody at the church it was like one of the most violent, like crazy scenes. Like it's a silly scene, but like everybody's like fighting each other. And it reminded me of this scene because everybody was going, And then
but
the parents, did they start arguing? Did the parents?
Yeah, they're fighting like crazy. And then like Melody at this point is like, she's trying to run away. Bastion follows her. She's like crying like insanely. And then Bastion he goes, this is my story. I'm not gonna let it happen when it comes to like the parents divorcing. I think it's electrocuted, and then he's an asshole. Like,
but How did he get electrocuted? Because there's the other person was standing right next to him. Nothing happened. But Sebastian went.
It seemed like it seemed like something
It was
that was
just targeted
targeted
him.
by the nasties. Yeah.
Okay, but they weren't doing any. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the stuff that was happening, they didn't say like it didn't say Jack Black didn't say. And now I want everybody to hate each other and do this. And like, they didn't give the book any instructions that we saw. Like, it would have been better.
There were some parts they almost
book.
like they just kept cutting him out. Like, there should have been like more of that, or like what was happening with the book,
or just like let's hear what's correct. Like, what's in his mind? Yeah. What is he saying to make all these things happen? And hit a lightning bolt to hit Bastion and fine. Yeah. That sounds a little better. But just these random things that are happening just was weird. And I think he would be dead from there.
Oh, he would definitely be dead. And like even the turn of this, how about this? Like he's being a prick to her, and then in a second he's like, okay, you're right, everything's fine. And then the baby rock, Barky, and the gnomes are being held hostage by the nasties. And then what happens how about when they cut to the friggin' Empress and they're like, there's somebody on the other side of the door. And you're like, what? I thought it was the nasties. And then the door gets knocked down and it's a giant crawfish.
Where'd that come from? Like, it's just so weird. Well, wasn't there a part where Jack Black was talking to the book or they could see him talking to the Empress? Like he was kind of talking to the Empress, like what he was doing. Like,
oh yeah,
they were like facing.
Yeah. I don't think he could. Maybe he could have saw her. Oh no, he definitely could see her. Yeah, they were able to see each other. Yeah.
How?
I don't know how.
The book doesn't. What do you?
The book of the magic.
Yeah. No, the book has words in it. It doesn't have pictures. It's not a mirror.
FaceTime. Special portal FaceTime from the Empress.
Okay.
But again, in all these movies, how does the Sebastian and Nicole start like going through like a crowd and they hear the gnomes screaming, they push a dumpster and there's like an opening. They go in there, they confront them. Then we get a nice game of hot potato with the Orin, with the necklace.
But wait, okay. You went way too fast over the fact that their lair is inside, well, behind a dumpster.
Behind the recycling dumpster, yeah.
Yeah. So when they do go to the recycling, they never move that container? Like that bin?
Yeah.
They never move
Nobody
it.
ever finds them hanging out there and be like, hey, well, who's hanging out in this really like put together place that has a giant chair?
And what was that like building or wall or like like okay.
But they don't care about it enough that the electricity's still on and they let kids hang out there.
Clearly. Yeah.
And nobody cares. But the one thing was great when she got the book and the fighting started. And Jack Black's like, it's like, oh, I'm going to get it back. And she's like, and then Bastion kept getting hit. She's like, I'm sorry. That's what it says in the book. And then she mentions like, he's like a combination of Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I'm like, what?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So like who's writing this? Like that, is it the old man in the beginning is he like the book author?
I don't know.
Because
I always thought it was whoever had the book is the one that can imagine what's happening. Yeah.
And it would make sense if because the things that she says, like, and he's going to use the karate that he grew up with and all this stuff, which I was thinking like, because he looked surprised about that. Like, I didn't have any karate.
He was very,
like, he was very surprised, so like, did he really have karate lessons when he was younger? Or
no,
whoever's writing the book?
She wrote that story for him and gave him that skill.
Okay, if she wrote that, then why'd she say that he's getting his butt kicked 2 seconds ago?
I think that was already there from before she got the book.
Okay, you got to make up your mind. The book has to make up its mind. It can't have what's already in there, and then you can add things later on. Okay, this doesn't seem like there's any rules. Okay.
Well, how about when, again, Falcor has already sounded silly the whole movie. When he pops his head through that little alleyway, somehow he fits, and he goes, I'm back. Come on. And they run.
Why? Like
they all of this.
I was gonna say
talking rock baby, Barky, and this. Honestly, this dragon, you can get away from him. His neck's only so long enough. He's not going to knock the building.
But he is
down.
His head is massive. I mean, his head was the size of the room.
I get it, but run just out of reach. The other people can chase you.
You know what? I expected more from the rock baby. I mean, that's basically the thing.
Yeah,
he should have had a little bit more strength. Yeah, nothing. Like he should have used like one of the like Jack Black or one of them as like a rattle or something, you know, like or like he should have like used more one like a stuffed animal, like so he kept carrying him around.
Dog.
Like that would be good.
Yeah, he should have taken dog home. That would have been pretty
dog
good.
would have been perfect for it. Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what? The dog's living in Fantasia as his his stuffed animal from now on. There you go.
So then this is when it's like, oh, we think we solved everything. Everything's fine. We're gonna send that back home. We have to do this now. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, there's got to be something going on. There's still damage going on in Fantasia. Our parents are still fighting. And then we cut to the Rock family. They're fighting. He's packing, and he goes, I'm going to be like a Rolling Stone. And then the baby Rock Jr. starts talking. They can hear it. And then the same thing happens with Nicole when she calls her freaking stepdad, that's been her stepdad for 10 days, Dad. And then that's what changes it.
That woke him up.
Yeah.
That woke him up from the trance. There should have been some kind of reverse because everybody else should have been in the same trance.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. So that trance is basically the plot of Naked Gun.
Really?
And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Pretty much. That's not spoiling anything. I'm saying like that's like the villain's kind of or something like that. You'll see. But I'm just saying like it's the same. Like it's the same kind of concept, and it's just the fact that we just watched this. You know, we just watched this old movie, and I know I've seen it. Like, is it The Kingsman? The Kingsman. You ever see The Kingsman?
I've heard of it. I never saw it. I know you were talking about.
Oh, it's a good movie. So there's a scene in the church where, like, literally, like Samuel Jackson does a switch, and people just go chaotic, and they start just attacking and fighting everybody, like nuns fighting the priest and this, like it's a
oh really
the most chaos. Oh yeah, like it's insane, the scene. Yeah.
Oh wow. So before we get down to the movie, a few like facts I found online. This one's totally different because the author of the story had nothing to do with this one. He worked on 1 and 2 because it was aimed at American audiences. That's why they try to get, hey, let's do Free Willy. Let's get that kid. Let's do all these pop culture references. Hey, here's the one that I was talking about. There was like this odd Miramax audio quirk. Early test versions of this movie had a bizarre audio oddity. During one reel, the Miramax logo is played with a Warner Brothers Family Entertainment audio track, complete with Bugs Bunny munching on a carrot. I couldn't find it. I looked for it.
That's so weird.
And then the last thing was this movie was a German production. So that's why it had limited distribution. This was shot at like their Pinewood Studios, like they have in England, but in Germany. And maybe that's why it just never.
But that's that
there.
That would explain Sebastian.
Well, that's his name in all the movies. That's the name in all of them.
No, I know, but yeah, but I just it's got to be the author. I don't know. Maybe the author's name is Bastian.
I think no, his name is Michael Endy. But so yeah, I wanted to work them in before I forgot. And then so now everybody's going back home, and I do love the gnomes when they finally get home, and they get home to shit, and they have his and hers bathrooms.
But they're right next to each other. That's a little awkward.
That's stinky. Yeah.
It's literally it's literally 2 stalls. It's not even like their own bathroom. It's 2 stalls.
They probably remember the pipes go into each other. It's like a love.
Unbelievable.
But I do love the end with when we get again Jack Black, another character, right? He's playing like a nerdy guy, and it was just great. Like it was cool to see, like, oh, Bastian, and he made their lives better, right? They would have been expelled. He wrote a better story for them.
Well, and the girl is dating the other guy or something like that. Did he say like you don't know? It was like the girl with the tattoo. It was something. Oh like
she's dating Jack Black, and she had a snake, which. It's a dry. I don't understand. I don't remember a snake in the movie, but Nicole looked at that like it was something, and I'm like, I don't know what that could be.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, like, again, it's before you even ask me, you know, I don't think the movie. I think there's a lot of problems with the movie. I don't.
That's not over yet. 1 second. So the only thing that's left in the movie, one thing was Barky was the hero when they got back to the world. He wished him and Junior wished that Fantasia would go back to normal. It worked. So Bastian, when he is leaving the school and he sees the librarian puts his hand out, like, give me the book. And I do love, again, another great line at the end of a movie that's a franchise, set up another movie. And he says, the story is not over yet, young man. And I'm like, oh, wow, I wonder why this wasn't remade or something else happening. In 2022, I couldn't find anything sooner, but there was a ton of articles on everything. Hollywood Reporter, like all of those publications. And it was like there was a bidding war for it. So I don't know if something will ever happen. But do you remember the last line in the movie? Who has the last line in the movie? Falcor. He says, now this is my favorite part of the story. That was right after the jumping high five. And then we saw Dash.
Gosh.
Then we see
that was like
flying.
what? That was also weird too. The jumping high five. Like you see the shadows in the shadows. Like it was a shadow. And they also had E.T. moment with him flying over the moon.
Oh,
earlier.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Oh, now you can tell us how much you'd recommend someone to look at the Barky clips that I'm going to make a best of online, probably, so everybody can hear the cat still comedian.
Listen, I think this movie didn't know what it was trying to do. I don't think there's a plot. I think you had characters that could be funny in a different movie, and again, like you said, in a Muppet movie, they introduced Barky as a new character. He easily could go on with the rest of the crew. I mean, you have the Rizzo now. You have like the shrimp or whatever, which I think is the funniest one. Or the prawn. But I just think the movie. I think there's too much. I think it's too many humans. Neverending Story is about the creatures, so I don't think they used Henson enough. And I just don't. I don't know. I just don't think that. I don't think they used Jack Black enough. Like I feel like or I think Jack Black was too good for this movie, and obviously stood out, but it just doesn't fit. He looks like he's 30 years old, and the kid looks like he's 12.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I don't think it's worth watching. I really don't. The second I saw him riding around Born to Be Wild, I was like, this so early in the moving, and this is what they're doing for 10 minutes. Like,
yeah.
So I'm sure you loved it, but.
Explode into space.
No,
you know what his voice sounds like? His voice sounds like if you talk behind a fan.
Oh, I was gonna say Froggy from Little Rascals.
Oh, or Froggy. But I mean, or when you talk talking to a fan, you have that groggly voice. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah. I just found out the voice of Froggy in the Little Rascal movies isn't the kid. It's what's her name from Pee Wee Herman. The voice of.
I found that out too recently. Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. She's great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend this movie. I would definitely say check out the trailer or find clips because the movie doesn't have distribution, so you can watch it free on YouTube. But I would bounce around, like, honestly, to see the Henson characters, nothing against the other characters in the movie. Like, I'll definitely watch this one day with my kids because I think it is one of those movies. They don't need a plot. It is silly. Barky's really funny. The gnomes were funny. Junior got annoying, but he was still kind of funny. But it's not what I would say, hey, go out and watch it, but definitely check out some clips. Definitely watch the trailer.
Without seeing the without remembering the second one, I'm going to say the second one blows this one away. And my guess is the second one isn't that good either.
Yeah, Brandis is in that one. That's the one that kind of put him on the map. So I was shocked that I thought he was in the first two, that he was so well known from the second one. So I guess maybe there's an age jump because the kid looks really little in the first one. And Brandis was by that time 89. He was probably already probably 15.
Yeah, but I feel like the princess. So like if you watch I remember the first one, she was very young looking. Second one, she was still kind of young looking. This one, she looked like she was in college.
Well, she'd be
like this princess. Yeah, but Sebastian didn't age. He looked younger than,
I guess. He actually looks younger than Brandis probably was. It is
say,
weird the way they do. Yeah. It's so hard when you have a movie with it's like The Simpsons. Like it's hard to get a kid to be the same age. Yeah, Vacation. But that one's even weirder, right? Because
I think that's an inside joke. Yeah, I know. I know,
but I love how young Galecki is.
I know.
Like they go young,
yeah,
sort of really old. Like what's her name's brother looks so old, dude.
Yeah.
Lively. But all right, cool. So, but next up we have a new challenge. Our first Belushi flick, and the tagline for it is Detective Dooley is finally retiring from the police force. However, on his way home, him and his partner, Jerry Lee, which is a dog, discover a robbery in the laboratory for assembling chips. So this is like we're taking the first movie, just say, let's use the same people, and we're using something that's in at this time. I think this movie is either 99 or 2002. So microchips, let's shoehorn it in. And for it, and that movie stars Jim Belushi, of course. And for it, I talked with actor Matthew Bennett. He's still an actor. He's doing Toronto. He did like the Toronto Law and Order recently. But he also does photography, a lot of headshots. We talked about how he got into acting, how great and how much we love Canadian actors. I asked him if he knew some of the Canadian actors we interviewed because they seem to always know each other. His early roles on X-Files, being on Battlestar Galactica, Canadian versus U.S. productions, and a ton more. Great dude. So that'll be a lot of fun. And Belushi, I don't remember the original Canine. I remember that was kind of right after Turner and Hooch. So it was like, hey, let's make these dog movies. So this would be fun to see the sequel.
Very, very similar in plot, kind of. But Ed O'Neill gives is the canine handler that gives Jim Belushi the dog.
Really? Oh, you know what? I'll probably have to go back. I have it on VHS. The first
it's very
one.
entertaining. I mean, I mean, compared to Turner Hooch, I would say in this one, Jerry's the name of the dog. I think he has a personality. So it's like where in Turner Hooch, he's just like he's sad for his friend that died, and so like he's a witness, right? In the first one, in this one, he's I think he's a drug canine or something, but he's battling Belushi on every little thing. You know, spending time with his girlfriend. Taking over the car, like locking him out of the car, things like that. So it's that kind of comedy.
Oh, cool.
It was very good.
I'm excited. Yeah. So this would be cool.
He also fakes an injury. He fakes an injury too.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's good.
So so you have that to look forward to. So don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only, and don't forget to check out our website sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.